How's it going, everybody? Ed Ricker here. I just got done flying the Mavic 2 Zoom out at the park for the last couple hours. I'm a bit sunburned, but I wanted to make this video about this new app by a company called SkyWatch. SkyWatch.ai is a drone insurance app for Apple and Android devices and is basically pay-as-you-go drone insurance up to $10 million liability coverage. You can select your liability amount, you can also select your time of flight, your location of flight, and it calculates how much that drone insurance is going to cost you depending on various factors including safety, location, and your own personal flight habits. So if you fly safely, you actually get discounts on this drone insurance. There's also a monthly coverage plan for certified commercial drone pilots. This drone liability insurance is not limited to Part 107 flyers. Any flyer can use it as long as you abide by the specific FAA regulations it requires. So let's open up the SkyWatch app. It's right here on my phone. I'm using an iPhone 7 Plus. And once we open up the app, we can see a GPS map essentially of where we are. So we are at a place called Dorothea Dix Park. There it is. And you see on the lower left, it says $10 an hour. So it's gonna cost $10 an hour to get drone insurance to fly in this specific location. If we were to scroll a little bit off to the, I guess the south, now we're flying over a highway and it's $25 an hour. So it bumped up significantly. As you drag your flight radius around in the app, you can see that there are different hazards. Like here, there's a helipad, and so it's a much higher, dollar per hour to fly there. Now, it's also up to you to get permission to fly in these places, but this is just the insurance that will allow you to be covered while you do so. You can also avoid the risks by switching to a polygon feature and customizing the boundaries of your flight area. Now, one of the really cool ideas here is that liability drone insurance sometimes is required for a lot of gigs. If you're flying maybe at a certain university or at a certain corporation or business, they might actually require you to have liability insurance of a certain amount. And sometimes that is upwards of $1 million or more. So having something like this where you can easily purchase it from your phone instantly and plan out your flights according to how many hours and the exact location of your flight, I think is actually pretty cool. We can also select different types of maps so we can see a satellite view of this area if we need to know where houses are or maybe other land features. You can also toggle back and forth between terrain and roads for your map type. Let's stay on roads. For your discounts, you have your average safety score. You also have your insurance experience. So how many hours have you already bought from this SkyWatch company? So as you buy more hours and as your safety score goes up, as you fly responsibly and safely and have no incidents, you get more discounts. You can get up to 50% off your premiums for this. You also have monthly insurance. So here for $1 million, estimated price $62 for $1 million liability. And it gives you some guidelines, basically the regular Part 107 FAA guidelines for flying anyway. And it also tells you exactly what's covered. So property damage, bodily injury, privacy claims. It does not cover damage to the drone, however. That would be some other type of insurance that you'd have to buy. So let's hit go on this and see what we can do here. So we can start now, or we can schedule it, or we can buy monthly insurance for this location. You can choose your liability limit from $500,000 to $10 million. You can also select your duration, 1 hour up to 8 hours. And so as you put in various amounts, you can see that your premium will obviously rise. So if I have 4 hours at $10 million, it's going to be $218.62. By the way, guys, I was shooting most of this video later in the day, and so when I selected 4 hours and 8 hours in the app, it was calculating a nighttime flight price. So actually, if you're flying during the day for 8 hours, it would be much cheaper normally. The price per hour will drop as you add more time to your coverage policy. But let's do real quick just a $500,000 limit for 1 hour, $10.50. Checking out the guidelines, it says that you can fly within the planned area for 1 hour, use of any drone under 55 pounds, and fly according to FAA rules and certification requirements. What's covered? Property damage, bodily injury, and privacy claims, but not damage to the drone body. So if you want to have some sort of coverage for the drone itself, you got to get some other type of insurance. This is just liability, bodily injury, and privacy claims. Now, the other cool thing about this app, and this is actually an optional function, is you can use their own flight app. You can go into the SkyWatch app And on the top right, you hit that little drone icon, and up comes their very own flight app that can take the place of the DJI Go 4 app that we've all been using. So we could totally just take off, and it's a fully functional flight app. And so here we are. Kind of see my little setup here. And at the bottom, it's telling us how many minutes left we have of the insurance. It also tells us a few other things that SkyWatch can only tell us, the things that are not in the DJI Go 4 app, such as some of these obstacles that we're talking about, some of the things that would raise our insurance. Maybe there's a border that we cross into that we're no longer insured for, so it's going to tell us that. This is also a great way to record your flight log so that the SkyWatch app knows that you're flying safely, and then you can get your discounts. Other benefits to this app allow you to add an additional insured person to every policy with no extra costs, and also has direct LAANC access for flight planning. Also, if you want to utilize SkyWatch, check the video description for a specific link that's customized to my channel. Also check out edricker.com for some of the video gear that I use to make this video and some of the DJI drones that I like to use regularly. As always, everybody, happy flying.